Hello everyone, and welcome to podcast 9 3/4, a Potter podcast. I'm your host, the Half-Blood Princess. Today I'm going to talk about some characters who also deserved to kill Voldemort other than Harry. Before we get started, if you love Harry Potter as much as I do, be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. As the chosen one, Harry Potter was always destined to kill Voldemort. If he hadn't been, which other witches and wizards deserved to take him down? Let's start off with the obvious choice of Albus Dumbledore. Dumbledore is basically opposite the Dark Lord fighting for good. After his past mistakes with Grindelwald, Dumbledore becomes the voice of reason in the wizarding world and is renowned as the only man Voldemort ever feared. Considering it's Dumbledore's years of research into Horcruxes in the Deathly Hallows that set Harry up to kill Voldemort, Dumbledore already plays a big role in Voldemort's demise. However, taking him down personally would serve as a great ending for a man who once veered dangerously close to also pursuing the dark arts himself. Ron Weasley. As the second youngest of 7 children and the best friend of Harry, Ron often feels overlooked. He deals with it well for the most part, but every now and then, such as when Harry's name is pulled from the Goblet of Fire, Ron's jealousy gets the better of him. Killing Voldemort would have given Ron the chance to finally be in the spotlight. He also has personal reasons for revenge, considering the pain and grief Voldemort brought into his best friend's life and how his followers led to years of danger for his family and Fred's tragic death. Narcissa Malfoy. Although Narcissa isn't technically a Death Eater, her life is so entangled with their cause that she may as well be. She expresses anti-Muggle values that align with Voldemort's, and her husband and sister both benefit from Voldemort's rule. Despite this, Voldemort makes her life miserable. Because of him, she briefly loses Lucius to Azkaban and goes through a year of hell when Draco is supposed to be killing Dumbledore. Ultimately, Narcissa's allegiance lies with her family above all else. Taking down the one responsible for the Malfoys' problems would have served as a satisfying full-circle moment for the series that started with another mother, Lily, risking everything for her son. Hermione Granger. Hermione doesn't come face-to-face with Voldemort until Deathly Hallows. However, she feels the impact of his anti-Muggleborn sentiments for years. Not only is she bullied by Malfoy and Pansy, who benefit from the Death Eater's rise of power, but Hermione is lucky to survive Voldemort's Ministry of Magic, which would have gladly imprisoned her or even killed her. It's because of Voldemort that Hermione has to remove her parents' memories and spend a year on the run. As the group he hates most, a Muggleborn killing Voldemort would have made a point about how irrelevant blood and heritage are to magical powers. RUBEUS Hagrid. Kind, loyal, and generous, Hagrid has a heart of gold. This is exactly what makes his school experience so upsetting. After just 3 years at Hogwarts, Hagrid was expelled and lost his legal right to magic for something he didn't even do. This was all Voldemort's fault. Then, known as Tom Riddle, he pinned the opening of the Chamber of Secrets and Moaning Myrtle's death on Hagrid. This gave Riddle a few extra years of magical training, while Hagrid's life was ruined. It'd be near impossible to kill Voldemort without a wand, but the moment would have been extremely gratifying. Regulus Black. Regulus is one of many Harry Potter characters that we never really meet, but their death turns out to be incredibly important. Long before Harry and Dumbledore started hunting Horcruxes, Sirius's younger brother was the first to discover one of them. Sadly, Regulus gave his life in the process. After worshipping Voldemort and the dark arts through his younger years, this act does serve as a redemption of sorts. However, Regulus actively taking down the person who twists the beliefs of so many other young purebloods would have sent a stronger message. Lily Potter. Lily's entire life is defined by Lord Voldemort. Not only does she lose her best friend Snape to his cause, but she has to tolerate the Muggleborn hatred incited by his power throughout her school years. And that's only the half of it. As an adult, Lily is forced to watch her friends in the Order of the Phoenix die at the hand of Voldemort and his followers. But the main reason she deserved to kill Voldemort is, of course, because he wanted to kill her son. The only thing more powerful than her sacrifice would have been her killing the Dark Lord herself. Severus Snape. Some people consider Snape to be more like a romantic hero, while others believe he brought his suffering upon himself. He definitely wasn't forced into the dark arts, and he made some terrible choices. But there's no denying he had reasons to hate his master. Voldemort not only threatened to kill Lily, but actually did it when Snape begged him not to. Snape then spent years playing the exhausting and dangerous role of the double agent to protect her son. Even though this is for entirely selfish reasons, Snape had more personal reason to kill him than many did. Neville Longbottom. In many ways, Harry and Neville have a sort of similar journey, with Neville coming close to being the chosen one. If Voldemort had seen his pureblood status as the greater threat, unlike half-blood like himself, it would have been the Longbottoms he visited that night, and Harry would be scar-free. But that didn't happen. Neville still has his reasons for wanting revenge, though. Alice and Frank Longbottom were tortured into insanity by Voldemort's followers, which even Harry admits might be worse than death. Neville is one of the many children whose lives were destroyed by the Wizarding Wars. His transformation into the confident young man in Deathly Hallows couldn't have had a more impactful ending than killing the one responsible. Draco Malfoy. Voldemort ruined plenty of lives, even those of his loyal followers. After spending his youth openly supporting Voldemort's values, Malfoy becomes a Death Eater in his 6th year. And despite all of his bravado, he hates the experience. He's tormented by the idea of killing Dumbledore all year, desperately trying to complete the task indirectly to avoid doing it in person. It isn't in Malfoy's heart to kill, making him more like Harry than he'd care to admit. However, Malfoy fighting back to kill Voldemort would have given his character a more effective redemption arc than he got in the series. It would also serve as a nice parallel to Snape. Malfoy could have reinforced how it's never too late to make the right choice. Harry Potter was the chosen one, so of course he is the one who ultimately had to kill Voldemort. But these characters also had their reasons. Are there any other characters you thought deserved to kill Voldemort? Comment down below and let me know. And as always, be sure to like and subscribe. Okay, love you. Bye.